It's a strong dog. Reality Best form's really good. I think its better form is at Sandown, but it was able to win here at the Meadows last week in 30 and 30 and go back to start before. Was placed behind Leo Bale in 29.97. Would need to get the start right. We've got Jason Thompson's runner, Mr. Easy, in box 5, been racing over the 600. He'll be strong again late, just a matter of where he gets to in the early stages.
Nath, you're on top. Mapunga Tully repeating for Sky Racing 1 has been best backed. $5.50 on Wednesday, now into $2.50. Patch, who have you got?
I'm with Steve White, Mark, who's got Where's Poppy by his side. And Steve, not a bad run last week, but it is different to the 29.70 she said a while back. So what's your judgment the way she's going now?
Yeah, well, after she ran in 29.70, I gave her a few weeks off with the, with this Australian Cup and a few other big races coming up. So I thought I'd give her a couple of weeks off, and it's just taken a few weeks to get back that race fitness. So I'm happy with her as long as she can come out like she normally does. Well, because there is a bit of speed in the race. So, it's not the end. We've just got to qualify for next week.
That's what it's all about. There's Steve White with Where's Poppy. I'll speak to Craig Salkin, who's the representative for the Jeff Britton camp. He's got Mapunga Tully's by his side. And Craig, there's a theory from Nathan Rooney up there that when she goes back to a track fresh, that's when we get the best from her. Is that the same opinion that the kennel shares?
Yeah, she seems to go real good once she goes back to coming back to Victoria. She had a great stint up in Queensland. A bit unlucky in the Gold Bullion final, but she's in good form at the moment, so hopefully she goes good tonight.
And the wide draw?
Yeah, a bit of a worry. You'd rather an inside draw, but we haven't drawn well all night, so we've just got to put up with what we got and hope for the best.
Get what you get and don't get upset. That's what they say. Craig, good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Craig Salkin there with Mapunga Tully there, guys, at 8-2 of the Australian Cup.
Good on your Patch. Nathan Rooney, again, the asterisk next to the 7 for you in this race.
Yeah, best bet of the night for me, Mapunga Tully. I think she can begin on terms, not a great deal of speed around her, and rip straight to the top, approaching the first corner, or at worst, sit outside of the 2-dog, who looks a likely leader in Honey's Head. I think from there, she's got class, and she's going to be hard to beat. I made her the best of the night. Number 7, Mapunga Tully. Number 1, Where's Poppy in for second. Grant has got plenty of upside. She's just going to have to do it off an inside draw with speed immediately on her outside. 3, Amron Tiger is a strong run-home dog, and Reality Best is starting to get used to the Meadows. 7 a special, 1, 3 and 4, heat number 2 of the Australian Cup.
Gave us Reaper in the previous. Let's cheer home Tully. Here's James.
Prior to that, a terrific heat winner at Albion Park in 29.55. They're moving in. Heat number 2 of the Oz Cup, and the green light turned on. Favourites in the black rug, Mapunga Tully. Stand by for a jump. Set. And they're racing, and she flew out Mapunga Tully, landed a length in front over Honey's End, and look at the pace from the outside. Mapunga Tully's going to burn them off and race away by 3, Honey's End, Mr. Easy. And there's Where's Poppy up on the rail ahead of Poor Kwan. Amron Tiger starts to run on from the back from Reality Best and Willa Bale. She's gone 5 dead, 17.53, a statement-making run from Mapunga Tully. 5 in front to Amron Tiger, who starts to cut her back late, but it is all Mapunga Tully, and she stops the clock at 29.59. A wonderful run. Mapunga Tully by 4 to Amron Tiger. 5 away in for third, Poor Kwan ahead of Reality Best. And they got away to Where's Poppy, Honey's End, Mr. Easy and Willa Bale. That is an ultimate statement. 29.59 for Mapunga Tully.
29.59 from the wide draw, Craig. Don't worry about that. She was sensational.
Yeah, no, she came out real good tonight. I was really happy with how she came out the boxes, and she's been working real good at home as well the last week. So I was really happy with that run, and yeah, once she got around the first bend, I could actually start breathing again.
That's it. And coming back from Queensland, I mean, you said about the work she had put into her this week. Does it change coming back from interstate, going into tonight, to what it will tonight into next week?
No, we keep it exactly the same. We don't really change much. But obviously the flying and that didn't really take anything out of her. She came back real fresh. So I was happy with how she travelled and that. She handled the travelling real good. And, she's put it all together tonight.
So from a fitness point of view, 3 weeks in a row, has no concern on the camp?
No, not really. She's, as I say, she's really good at travelling. She's really good in the kennels and that. She's quite a chilled dog. So I'm just happy that she put that together. And, hopefully Barry and Jeff are happy.
And you, good handle helps too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I try my best sometimes.
Good job, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Craig Salkin there, guys. Mapunga Tully. Nath, you are all over it, mate. She come in here fresh. She was absolutely sublime.
Yeah, she was exactly that out of the boxes. Unbelievable. Stayed deep, got across with consummate ease. 5-second first section, and it was all over. You were counting the cash from the $5.50 earlier in the week, Nate.
Well, she ended up most probably at a more realistic price in my market, and I was very confident on her. I was glad to get the money nice and early with her. As I touched on pre-race, I had to dive pretty deep into her form. When I looked through all the good wins, I come up with that little pattern that when she goes back to a track is when she really hits the lids. And it's not that, she doesn't go good the second and third week through a series, but I think she's a greyhound that the more you can move around, the more she gets most probably a little bit excited, and it's a good little training regime to, go and hit and run, so to speak. But he's got to reproduce that next week, and then if she can, she's going to have to reproduce it in the final. I don't think the wide draw was a disadvantage tonight. There was no speed around. We thought the red might have got collared up by the check early, and when she began on term, she's got a big motor. We've seen it in the replays that we looked at, and ticked all the boxes. I couldn't believe it was $5.50. I think it closed closer to even money on the jump, but she won like a good thing should.
$2.40 the starting price, tab fixed odds, and it's amazing these master trainers. They train lots of Group 1 winners for a reason. Jeff Britton probably knows what you were saying, to just bounce her around, keep her mind fresh, and just keep her guessing. And we saw that tonight out of the box. She was just sensational. 7-3-6-4. Amron Tiger running on into a hole as we expected.
Exactly as we expected. Exactly what you picked up on. He was shorter on the place line of betting for that reason. He was going to be behind the leaders, and the most probably. The race was over really quickly when Mapungatali went 5-0. She crossed over Honey's End, by the post the first time, and that greyhound always grows a leg when he's drawn close to the fence, and he's most probably not at the Group 1 level, but he's a genuine free-for-aller that just lacks a bit of box speed. But once he gets to the fence, he goes through his gears, and he's always in the finish, and he makes his way through to next week, and so does Paul Kwan, who finished third, and another greyhound, minimal early speed that works through the line. I think Where's Poppy's the disappointing one, because she is a top quality greyhound, and she hasn't advanced. So this is a thing, you make one mistake, you have one, unsuitable race or unsuitable draw. And I know she went up even money favourite, but I didn't think the draw was great, even though she had the red, because she was going to get crossed by the speedy Honey's End early. And then all of a sudden you're out of the series, where she's put some fast times on the board through the Dream Chasers Carnival with a 29-1 at Sandown and a 29-7 here. Like she's up with the best of them, but she doesn't advance through, and that's the thing with the 3-week series. And one of my favourite, things about the series, it's not a one-off race. It's not a heat. You got to get through to the final. You have to have enough in the tank to get through for 3 weeks, and you need luck in running, and you need the right draws to do so. And she most probably didn't have the best box draw, even though she's got a fantastic record off inside draws tonight.
29.59 has to be considered a real chance for the final coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, she does.
If she gets there.